Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. This is going to be a good one. Well, at least I hope so. I'm in the right state of mind to listen to some heavy metal, right? We're listening to Merciful Fate tonight, as recommended on the Patreon by my good friend Nate. Nate, let's get on with it, shall we? The first track is entitled A Dangerous Meeting, alright? Metal Blade Records put this out. Just have a little look at the track list here. Let's get straight onto it, shall we? I don't know what to expect. I know it's going to be heavy metal, and I'm hoping it's going to be good. We're sipping tonight. I got a couple of cans with me. It's the weekend, so let's jump in. Come on. Where we at? Great vocals. Great vocals. I don't know what to think about the production. Crazy heavy bass presence. Guitar. One of the guitars is reeled back quite a lot. Denner and Sherman. Bum, bum. Love them vocals, man. I must have said many a time, if you've caught a couple of my like King Diamond and Merciful Fate reactions on here, which I haven't got too many, but I've done a few in the past. I saw King Diamond live without ever listening to his music. I saw him headline, I saw the band headline Bloodstock in like 2010, 2011 maybe. I was amazed. The stage show was really good as well. Bottoms up, people. We aren't getting monetized anyway, are we? Come on. Come on. Let's go. Good start. Good start. Some good riffing. Bam, 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 bam. Very cool. Very cool. Without further ado, we're going to keep moving on because I'm looking forward to hear some more riffs, mate.
House.
Great vocal line. I think the riffs are great, but the vocals steal the show, really. They're really something special, aren't they? We've got Nightmare coming up next. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. Nightmare is track number 2 on Don't Break the Oath by Merciful Fate. This was recommended on the Patreon by my good friend Nate. Thank you, Nate. Let's jump in, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, bada bing. Let's go. Come on. When King Diamond performs, like a set list under King Diamond, does he also include Merciful Fate songs? Quite an old school sound to this. This is like a 70s rock and roll undercurrent, I think. Just hear the clasp of that hi-hat there, breaking through the production. Those are some ignorant vocals there. Great harmony. Get back, Chavit. Get back. Ha 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 ha. Ba-da-da. Ignorant vocals. Very cool. We got to hear a little bit of the theatrical elements in there as well with the You've Gone Insane, but that was good. Yeah, some great riffs. Some fantastic heavy metal riffing. I think this style of heavy metal, like the riffing, sometimes when they kick into some of the riffs, it's just like my favourite style of metal riffing, man. Just that chuggy mid-tempo, really dig into the strings. You know what I mean? That style of stuff really gets me excited. We've got Desecration of Souls coming up next. Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget the rest now. Des ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. Desecration of Souls is track number 3 of 9 on Merciful Fate's Don't Break the Oath. This album was recommended by Nate on the Patrons. Thank you very much, Nate. Let's jump in, shall we? It's a very interesting tone on that lead guitar there, or lead rhythm guitar, should we say. It's unlike what you hear in metal generally. Come on. Ba ba ba. Who are better, Merciful Fate or Judas Priest? You tell me. Come on. Burp, 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 burp. That's a very fast fade out there at the end. Fascinating. It's I associate the frontman with the high register vocal. So when them mid vocals come in, such as what we had throughout the majority of that track, it's so interesting because it breaks the illusion of this theatrical character and sort of humanizes him as like a guy in a band, fronting a band, which is really incredible. As far as the separation from art of like higher than life art to actual human being. We got Night of the Unborn coming up next. Yes, now bless now people. Don't forget the rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV, listening to Merciful Fate. Don't break the oath. This is track number 4 of 9, entitled Night of the Unborn. Let's go. Riffs, come on. Here we go. Let's go. Little bit of Led Zeppelin in there, you know? We're sipping tonight.
Tonight
Sound like Pete Steele for a second there. Let's take a moment to put some respect on the band, yeah? Merciful Fate, Kim Peterson, Hank Sherman, Michael Denner. They're the three credits we've got there. So who is King Crimson? Is that Kim Peterson? 1984 Metal Blade. Come on. Let's go. Jeez Louise, that was Night of the Unborn. This is quite an easy listening record. It's a smooth record. And I love it when... I like the high vocals a lot, but I like when he goes into the mid vocal every once in a while. But not like long term, because I think the high vocals are what really is the character behind the vocal line. But the mid vocals, just every once in a while, just for a line or something, just really gives it great emphasis and sounds fantastic. Cool guitar solo on that. And they fly you through so many twists and turns with the instrumental and the different sections. We've got The Oath coming up next, alright? I'll see you there. Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget Rest Now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're listening to The Oath today. This is track number 5 of 9 on the record Don't Break the Oath by Merciful Fate. This entire listen through goes out to Nate, who recommended this record on the Patreon. So if you're a fan of Merciful Fate, don't thank me, thank Nate. Let's jump in. Longest track on the record, 7 minutes 34. It might be a bit of an epic. Sipping on a fruity cider tonight. When I say fruity, I just mean a plain apple cider. Some synths setting the tone here. Let's go. Is that a little bong, little harmonic on the bass? Ba-na-na-na, bong. Bit of a storytelling number, that one. I hate to say it because I'm naive when it comes to metal music. Heavy metal, well, I'm not, let's be fair, but when it comes to heavy metal music, I'm naive. I hate to say it sounds Maiden-esque, because there's going to be about 20,000 different acts that are around Maiden that sounded like Maiden, but that's my sort of pinpoint to what some of it sounds like. Yeah, pretty Iron Maiden, that one, i.e. pretty bloody heavy metal, maybe arguably new wave of British heavy metal, would you say? It was okay. Most of the track, or at least, you know, the 7 minute 35 derives from that intro, which is like 2 minutes long in it. So it's more or less a standard track, just add some synthesizers and some spoken word thrown on the front. It was an alright tune. We got Gypsy coming up next, alright? And I will see you there. Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pizzle TV. We're listening to Merciful Fate, Don't Break the Oath. This one is entitled Gypsy. It's track numero 6 of 9. Let's go. Come on. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Good little tune. It was a good song length as well, to be honest with you. I know I'm biased because I like shorter songs, but I felt like they got everything they needed to get into the track at 3 minutes, 7 seconds long, you know. Personally, good riffs, good structure, good ideas. What more do we need from Merciful Fate? We got Welcome Princess of Hell coming up next. Let me see you there, okay? Yes, now, bless now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. Welcome Princess of Hell is the title of this one. Track 7 and 9 on Don't Break the Oath. It goes out to Nate via the Patron who recommended this. Let's go. Come on. We're grooving. Great riff. Great riff. This is my favourite riff that we've heard so far. This is my favourite riff. It's simple, but it's so effective. I love it. I love it. Proper heavy metal. Bit of Sabbath. Come on, let's go. Incredible, incredible. That was the best track on the record. That was so good. That's all I needed to hear. That was the riff I needed to hear. That was the riff. We've got To One Far Away coming up next. At 1 minute 34, it might be an interlude. So if so, we'll run it into Come to the Sabbath. I'll see you there. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV signing in. This was entitled To One Far Away, but with it being so short, perhaps it's an interlude to the last track, Come to the Sabbath. We had Welcome Princess of Hell as the last track. That was the greatest riff on the record. Great riff. Let's go. Sounds like a very early auto-tune. Like a synth vocal. Bruh, his high vocals are incredible, don't you think? Come on. Very tasteful guitars. Come on. We've got Come to the Sabbath, the last track coming up. I've got a moth in my room to join me on this one. Let's enjoy my strongbow. To the Sabbath. That was, from what I'm aware, the most viewed track on this listing. I don't know why that was the most viewed track. Maybe because it included the word Sabbath in the title. But I didn't think that was the greatest song on the record. It was varied. We had clean twinkling guitars on the introduction. We had synths. We had a few different elements, but I don't think that was the greatest track on the record. With that being said, we've finished this album, Don't Break the Oath. I'm going to do another video now. I'm going to do 2 more videos, to be fair with you. I'm going to do my final overview of this record, and I'll rate it out of 10 for you. And then we'll have a look on the Wikipedia, see if there's anything interesting surrounding this record, and we'll go from there, people. Yes, now, there's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Merciful Fate, Don't Break the Oath. It was recommended by my good friend Nate via the Patreon. We just listened to it. I can take these headphones off. How many tunes did we have? 9 tracks, was it? It was 9 tracks. 9 tunes. One of them essentially an interlude, which is track number 8, leading into track number 9. It was a pretty darn good record, in my personal opinion. Heavy metal, through and through. 70s rock, now known as classic rock. And early 80s new wave of British heavy metal-esque riffing from time to time. I enjoyed it. I feel that I'll give you an insight. I don't know an incredible amount of heavy metal, but to me, from my experience with alternate musics as a whole, I don't know near to any frontmen who have got an approach like my man in this band. Them high vocals are amazing and a great selling point. The production on this value, you can tell I've had a few to drink. The production value on this record is iffy. It's iffy. As we got through the record, I became accustomed to it. The first track on this record, I think, was maybe not on the remaster. I think it was the original recording because it was produced a little different. So when we initially got into it, the bass was way high. And we had the first, well, let's call it the second guitar, the rhythm guitar. That was like almost way too behind. So it was awkward. The first song. But from there, the production sort of evened out, leveled out a little bit, and it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad at all. Some great riffs. My personal favourite was like the least favourite on the record as far as the view count was concerned. And that was Welcome, Princess of Hell. I thought most classic riff on there, man. I thought we had a great riff on there. I was very, very excited listening to that one. Great bass presence. Great guitar work. Structurally speaking, we're bouncing off of section to section to section, going all over the place. Not in a sort of like confusing and hysterical manner, but in a pleasing, consistent, well-structured, keeping it fresh sort of manner. The songwriting was good. What else do we do? Drumming didn't really stand out to me too much. The drumming was okay, but it's not like the drummer was anywhere near the highlight of the band. The riffs came first, the vocals came first. I would argue the bass lines came before the drummer. The drummer was the, least, I don't want to say talented, but just sort of the least emphasized member on this production, in my personal opinion. I enjoyed it. I was going to say I'll give this a 6.5 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. Could I give it a 7? If there was more riffing that really tickled my pickle. But I'll give it a 6.5. I think you really will get into this band if you love the vocals. If you love the vocals, then this record will be a great rating for you. But I'm an instrumentalist first and foremost. I like to hear good instrumental. I think, you know what, I'd actually say it'd be a 7 out of 10 if the drummer was better. If the drummer was more, if the fills were nicer, the rhythm selection was nicer, I'd probably give it a 7 if that was the case. But from what I've heard, 6.5. There's a lot of different factors that could bring it up to that 7. But you know, it's a respectful rating. It's not a disrespectful one. It was half decent, and like I said, Gypsy. Well, Gypsy was a great tune, but Welcome Princess of Hell, great riff. I don't normally come across any replay value in the listen throughs I do. I appreciate the music, but as far as the little time I've got in the day to listen to music, I don't really listen to much material I listen to on this channel. Welcome Princess of Hell, on the other hand, I might blast that for that riff. You know, I might blast it for the riff. So on that note, I'm going to move on to the Wikipedia page, and we're going to see what interesting factoids we've got surrounding this record. I'll see you there. Yes, now bless now people, don't forget the rest. Now there's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Let's finish off this listen through, or this review should I say, of Don't Break the Oath, okay, by Merciful Fate. We're going to finish off on a little Wikipedia run through. This record was recommended on Patreon by my good friend Nate. Big Merciful Fate fan, put me onto a couple of the instrumentalists solo-esque project in the past, and he said, bro, you gotta check out Don't Break the Off, and we did, and it was an alright record. I've done the track by track listening as well as the review on the last videos, but we might have, you know, something to talk about. It's quite a brief Wikipedia page, but let's see if there's anything to discuss on here. Don't Break the Oath is the second studio album by Danish heavy metal band Merciful Fate. So what was the first one? Did I listen to the first one? Is it Melissa? What was the first? Yeah, Melissa was the first, and then from there we've got The Beginning a few years later. So Don't Break the Oath is the second studio album by Danish of all places. I've never heard of Danish heavy metal at all. Merciful Fate released on the 7th of September 1984 through Roadrunner Records. It's funny how Roadrunner put it out, because I swear it was Nuclear Blast on the YouTube uploads. The style Merciful Fate employed on Don't Break the Oath resembled a mixture of heavy metal with progressive elements. I didn't pick up on any prog, to be honest with you. I heard a classic rock feel, like a Led Zeppelin-esque undertone, but I didn't hear progressive. Lyrically preoccupied with Satan and the occult. A lot of occult, I heard a lot about, well, there's covens and there's witching hours and all sorts of stuff, distinguished by King Diamond's theatrical falsetto vocals. Very influential to future black metal bands due to its lyrical content. Interesting. And imagery as well, per se. Like the King Crimson face paint is symbolic of black metal, right? Very influential to future black metal bands due to its lyrical content. The music itself tends towards progressive forms, such as dramatic modulations, tempo, and tone changes. The album was remastered and subsequently reissued on Roadrunner in '97. This reissue came with the bonus track Death Kiss, which was a demo. We didn't listen to that, which would eventually evolve into the album's lead-off track, A Dangerous Meeting. This album received critical acclaim, and Metal Rules named this the greatest extreme metal album of all time. Wow, who are Metal Rules, man? Metal Rules are a heavy metal webzine established in '95 by Evil G. I'm not going to go against what I said, but that's a crazy statement. The greatest extreme metal album of all time. What a great statement to sort of have as a testimony, right? So this was recorded in May '84. It was released in September '84. Studio was Easy Sound Recording, Copenhagen in Denmark. This is like the first metal record I've heard from Denmark, in all honesty. Length 47 minutes 30, which it doesn't look that long at first glance when you check the track listing. Producer was Henrik Lund. Yeah. It's quite funny, actually. So Mr. Diamond is credited on the writing on a couple of tracks, and that must be his surname. Perhaps because as far as lyrical content's concerned and like credits, you tend to use your government name. So I don't know what his first name is, but if Diamond is there, it might be surname. Our music gave it 4.5 out of 10. Or 4.5 out of 5, I apologise. And Collector's Guide to Heavy Metal, 10 out of 10. Like, I've never come across a full bloody review on this. Merciful Fate, King Diamond, vocals, keyboards, and harpsichord. Let's have a little look at if it says his first name. Kim Bendix Penison. Better known as his stage name. Hard as Diamonds. Is a Danish rock musician. As a vocalist, is known for his powerful and wide-ranging countertenor singing voice. What the hell is a countertenor? I've never heard of a countertenor before. Hank Sherman on guitars, Michael Denner guitars, Sherman and Denner, great duo. Timmy Hansen on the bass, Kim Ruz on drum. Ruz is a right surname, innit? The Ruzzle. That's what I'd call Kim Ruz, the Ruzzle, the Ruzzler. Benny Peterson on guitar on track 10. So I assume Benny is a family member of Mr. King Diamond himself, Benny Peterson. Production, we got Hendrik Lund, Niels Erik Otto, engineer, Thomas Holm on the cover art. There we go. What more do we have to say? That was Don't Break the Oath. Artwork I've seen many times before. I've seen it referenced before, so people do believe it's an absolutely great album. For me, it was a good album. It was a good album. Great, debatable. It's up to you. It's up to you. It depends on your taste. I like punk rock, so it's up to whoever. I'm signing out. Peace.